Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're touring a ballpark that's soon to be the future home of the Oakland Athletics baseball team. Currently it's the home of a minor league baseball team at the AAA level. Some of you may be thinking that we're out in Las Vegas where the Oakland Athletics have announced that they will be building a future ballpark. However, we're actually up in Sacramento, West Sacramento to be exact, where we will be touring Sutter Health Park, which is the current home of the Sacramento River Cats. You can write in the comments section what you like about this ballpark. Like all my videos, every photo you see today was taken by me. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. With that being said, let's start the tour. Sutter Health Park opened back in 2000. It has a current capacity of 10,624 fixed seats and a total capacity of 14,014. The ballpark mostly consists of a single tier of seating that wraps around the ballpark from left field to right field. The ballpark has lawn seating out in the outfield, which occurs in right field and center field. Most of the spring training ballparks have it wrapping around left field, right field, and center field. This one does not have lawn seating out in left field, though. A small portion of the ballpark actually has a second tier of seating, which occurs out in right field. Located above most of the single tier of seating are suites. There's 36 total to be exact. This is looking up at those suites from the seating below. You can see that you have the suites, and like most ballparks, you have a few seats in front of those suites. Out in center field, they have a small video board. It works for a AAA ballpark, but it's really not that big. I went to a River Cats game many years ago. This is a photo from when I first went. Since when I went the first time, they've added the Legacy Club out in left field. This is what the ballpark currently looks like, and you can see that the Legacy Club is an extension of the suites out in left field. If you were looking around the last photo and you're going, I can't find where the Legacy Suites are, this is a zoomed in view of that area. It's the portion that it cantilevers out from the rest of the suites. This is a view from, again, back when I first went to the ballpark. At the time, it was not called Sutter Health Park, which you can see based on the name out in center field. The ballpark was renamed Sutter Health Park back in 2020. At night, they light up the Sutter Health Park sign. It's very beautiful. This is behind home plate near the entrance. For anybody that hasn't been to Sacramento, you have the ballpark on the left, and then you have a river, and on the other side of the river, you have downtown. The ballpark itself is pretty simple, but what I think truly makes this a great ballpark is you have a great view of downtown Sacramento in right field, and I think anytime you have that, it really adds to a ballpark. I would recommend going to a night game and going up to the concourse and looking out in right field. It gives a gorgeous view of downtown Sacramento. You can see the buildings in the background, and then you have the Golden Bridge lit up. Kind of reminds me of Pittsburgh's PNC Park with their yellow bridge. Out in left field where it says "Let's Party," they have a scoreboard there that you can keep track of the score during a game. I mentioned previously that there's lawn seating in the outfield. This is a view from that lawn seating. It's not a bad view, and it's first come, first serve. A lot of people bring a blanket to lay out on. You can see from this view, though, that it does start to get pretty crowded. A portion of the lawn seating actually wraps around the foul pole and goes down the right field line. The biggest problem with the lawn seating is actually the biggest problem with the ballpark, in that it has no shade at all. It gets very hot in Sacramento, and you definitely want to be in the shade. So depending upon what time that the ball game is occurring, you would want to be, in the left field side most likely, and you wouldn't want to be out in right field at all. Both bullpens are located out in right field behind the home run fence and in front of the lawn seating. The concourses really aren't that bad in this ballpark. This is a view going down the left field line, which is covered. The suites are located above the seating throughout the ballpark, so most of the time you're going to be under those suites when you're at the concourse level. This is a view behind home plate, though, and you can see a certain portion of it is open air. They have a skywalk located behind home plate, and that will get you to the suites. You can take an elevator I usually like to touch on what material that the ballpark or stadium is made out of. You can see here that this ballpark is made out of steel. You can see the truss framing. Adjacent to the scoreboard out in left field, you have the home run terrace with a grassy knoll in front. They've had this home run terrace for many years. You can see in this under the Bell Bros, they have this, and this is back again when I came to the ballpark originally. In addition to the home run terrace, out in left field by the foul pole, they have this tent structure and you can buy beers out there. Adjacent to that tent structure, above the seating on the left field side, they have a terrace where you can stand, and in some certain locations they have tables as well. This is looking back towards home plate from that terrace, and you can see some of the tables. The ballpark has a total of 2,798 club seats throughout. In addition to the Legacy Club, they also have the Diamond Club located behind home plate. I was able to go to the ballpark when the Savannah Bananas were on tour. This is why the guy pitching is on stilts. I think it was a great time. It had a huge turnout at the ballpark. It was open seating and they packed the place out. The ballpark really hasn't changed all that much over the years. This is a view from about 10 years ago when I first went. And this is a view in a similar location showing the ballpark about 10 years later. And you can see there, the Legacy Club, like I mentioned earlier, is in place, and the advertisements changed. But other than that, not too much else has changed. With the Oakland Athletics coming to Sutter Health Park in 2025, it'll be interesting to see all the changes that are made to the ballpark. You can see here that they have the lighting, single pole lighting throughout the ballpark, and there's going to be a lot that they need to do to bring the ballpark up to a major league level. Given the location of the ballpark, it's located right near downtown Sacramento, which is a plus. And they also have a very large parking lot at the ballpark as well. So you do have the ability to drive, unlike some, major league ballparks. Something that makes this channel unique is I go to every one of these ballparks. I take all the photos. So every video I like to throw in a photo of myself just showing that I was actually at the ballpark. This takes us to the end of our tour. You can write in the comment section what stadium or ballpark you want me to do next. And with that, take care.